Just let the body start to open up a bit, shaking things out if you haven't had a chance to move much. And then we're going to line things up so we can see where everything is this morning. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring the feet hip-width distance apart and start to feel for the four corners of the feet here. So think about your inside big toe mound, okay, getting nice and close to the earth there, pressing in. And then the outer corner of your heel. Now move to the inner corner of your heel, and then the pinky toe mound. And so that's the four corners of your feet, feeling those grounded. Now lift your toes and spread them out and bring them back down. So the toes are in good contact with the earth. So we started with the feet. Now when you do that, chances are it brought your legs into a nice, strong position, right? Where they feel very active here. And then the hips are over the ankles, shoulders are over the hips, ears are over the shoulders, and palms are turned forward. And from here we breathe. Coming into our practice. Good, and let's start to deepen this breath. So we're up nice and tall here. Put one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart, okay? And then exhale, press your belly button towards your spine and observe the breath as it goes up past the heart and out through the nose. And then as you inhale, the breath comes the opposite direction, goes past the heart and deep into the belly. And just work on that a few times. Just noticing the flow of your breath and what happens in your diaphragm area when you take a nice deep breath and a nice cleansing exhale. And one more. All right, bring your hands down, good morning, and with the feet grounded, we're going to turn the palms out and deepen the breath. So feel your feet super grounded, pressing down. Inhale as you raise the arms up and the rib cage starts to draw away from the hips. The spine lengthens, your palms touch, and then turn your palms out. Exhale down. Feel your spine continue to lengthen even as you exhale. So we're inhaling, grounding through the feet, getting long, and exhaling, getting longer. And let's do one more time like that. Inhale up. And exhale, release. All right, and just shake things out a little bit. So through our practice this morning, we want to stay in gratitude for what the body is offering, right? And make sure that our practice fits where we are right at this point in time. Okay, so let's go ahead and start to do some cats and cows. We're going to take the feet slightly wider than hip-width distance apart. Let the knees and hips be soft and just shake out the hands for a moment. So we're bouncing energy through the body. We just brought a lot of energy in with the breath. Now we're just bouncing it through. Okay, all right. And now we're going to draw the arms forward as you round forward. Okay, remember cats and cows, we're doing our spinal opening. Now either with straight arms overhead or with elbows bent, open up. And draw the arms forward and open up. So now we really want to make sure that we're opening the shoulders. So let's add some roundness to this drawing forward. So it's arms up here, and then before we take them forward, we actually take them in a bit of a circle. So it's a little circle action here. So with the knees and hips moving, we're going to take the arms down, and we're going to take this move to the right and then to the left. So go ahead and change your stance so that your right toes are pointing out to the right a bit. Your left toes are also pointing to the right a bit, okay? And we're moving back and forth like this. And then we're going to take that same arm action and round toward the right leg and open back. And round toward the right leg and open back. Getting the spine prepared for the day, the week. And the next time you're rounded forward, just hold here and then draw up and just change your stance to the left. And when you're ready, start moving in the same way. So our focus is on getting some action in the shoulders, moving the spine back and forth, and letting the legs just move naturally. Everything is just opening up here. And it's 3, and 2, and 1. Now take it center and return to mountain pose. Inhale and exhale. All right, so for the side body, this time we're going to come back to the feet planted here. Okay, we want to keep the feet planted because when we try and stretch the side body, if the foot starts to lift, we lose our stretch. Okay, so we're going side body, feet planted here, and then arms can either be here or overhead and hold on to your wrists. Okay? All right, if you have super flexible shoulders or you just prefer, you can hold your elbows instead. Wrists are fine, arms anywhere, higher or lower, okay? And we're going to make sure the feet stay planted and tilt to the left, and then the right, back to the left, and now make a circle to the right, like you're going to draw a big circle on the ceiling. Yep. And then we're going to start to the right, to the right, to the left, to the right, and circle to the left. Yeah. All right. We're going back left, to the left, to the right, to the left, and circle to the right. And then we start right, to the right, to the left, to the right, and circle to the left. All right, we're going to do that now with long arms if you like. Elbows could be bent like this, arms could be straight up, however you like, okay? And we're going to the left. See, there's a little more strain on the side because the arms are long. To the right, to the left, and circle to the right. All right, we're going to do it to the right, to the left, to the right, and circle left. All right, that was our final time. Bring your arms down, shake things out. Woo. Inhale and exhale. How's everybody doing? Everybody okay? Okay, we're going to go back to a wider than hip width distance stance with the knees and hips just moving naturally as they want for our twisting. So just hold a little ball of energy in between your hands. They're about chest height. And take your twist to the right and center. Take your twist to the left and center. Take your twist right and center and left. So really visualize this little ball of energy, drawing energy all around your space as you twist to the right and left, right and left. Okay, now after your next left, come back to center, and we're going to twist our ball of energy to the right and then release that energy all over your space and come back to center. Twist the ball of energy to the left, release the energy all through your space, and come back. One more time to each side, to the right, release. See that energy just floating all around you, and come center and to the left. And come center and just reach up and exhale back to mountain pose. Let's stand here for a moment. See if the feet went back to naturally being grounded through all four corners. If not, draw some intention to the feet. And just notice how your breath is moving. Inhale and exhale. All right, so if you have a block, grab it, okay? Put it near your mat. We're going to be doing heel taps, and you might start out on a block. Well, we'll try it without the block and then with the block, and you can decide which one you want. If you don't have a block, you can totally do these without a block. So let's go ahead and come to the top of the mat. Find mountain pose. And just move around a little bit so we don't feel all tight. Okay, so the feet are grounded, hip width distance apart, and feel yourself grounding down to lift up. The spine is long again, remember. Lift, 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 and then exhale. Just bend the knees, bend the hips, let the hands come down wherever they want. Nice little bent knee, forward fold here. Bring your hands to your thighs and shine your heart forward. Yeah. And then dropping the knees, bring the hands down and step back to down dog. If you don't want down dog right now, then step into table if you'd rather be at the wall. Do something that will lengthen your spine here, and then we'll walk the dog. Bend one knee and then the other. And hold one heel down. Switch sides, hold the other heel down. Yeah. Hold both heels down. And let's try and get the knees to the mat at the same time. Sit off to the side and find seated mountain pose. All right, since we have the blocks handy, sometimes people like to elevate their hips when they sit, and that could be on a folded blanket, it could be on a block. So if you want to try this, go ahead and sit on your block and come into your Sukhasana, right? Easy seat. We usually do this cross leg and lengthen the spine and just see how that's feeling to you. And let's do 2 deep breaths from here. Come off the block anytime you want. Palms out. Exhale. Inhale. Lengthen the spine. Lengthen. Reach up. Reach up. Exhale. Palms out. Lengthening the spine as you come down, down, down. And inhale. Lengthen. And exhale. Release. All right, so something to think about if you want your hips elevated from time to time. Let's come off the block now carefully. Oh, that was graceful. Did you see that? All right, Monday morning grace. Let's get to those heel taps. All right, so this is going to be for the core. So go ahead and lay back. We'll do them a variety of ways, and then you pick the way that works best for you, or you just, alternate, change it up if you want. So let's start with 2 feet on the mat. They're about hip width distance apart, and the right knee comes to tabletop. Remember, tabletop is knee directly over the hip, and shin is parallel to the earth. This is not tabletop. That's a table flop, let's call that. Okay, tabletop here. Flex your heel and tap the toe down and up. We're keeping the leg at basically a right angle here, down and up. And 3. Anybody feel your core starting to work here? And 4. And bring the right foot down. We'll do the same thing on the left. Foot is flexed, tabletop, and heel. And up, and heel and up. Take it, heel and up and 4 and up. Okay, put the foot down. So now with our hips still on the mat, we're going to try that with 2 knees in tabletop. Okay? Flex your right foot, it's heel down and up. And notice if this feels any different for you. If it feels like your back is straining, put your left foot back down, down and up and down and up. We're going to the left, heel down and up and heel down and up, heel down and up and 4 down and up. All right, hug your knees in for a moment. Rock a little from side to side. We're going to try that one time with double legs. And if the double leg version is not you this morning, we're going to do it 4 more times. You'll do 2 right, 2 left. Okay, remember your feet could be on the mat if that was working better for you. And what you would do is lift and lower 4 times. Okay, so here we go. It's down and up. All right, so now decide if you want to do 4 more like that or like this, or if you want to go back to alternating, we're going down and up and 2 and up and 3. Your core is working really hard to protect your back here, and 4 and up. Draw the knees in and rock. All right, raise one leg and wave your foot at me if you're starting to feel your core. Okay, so that's unanimous, so that means it works with your hips on the mat, right? So let's get that block. Again, you're all very experienced. You might have tried this on the block and decided never again, right? You're welcome to just stay hips on the mat. You're welcome to try this. We'll try it one time each way, right then, left then. Okay, so we're on the block. We've elevated the hips. Okay, we have both feet on the mat. We raise the right knee, take it down and up. Right foot down, left knee up, tap down, take it up, tap down, and let's try from feet on the floor, both feet up, heel tap down. Okay? All right, so that's way 1. If you're already hating the block, just come off. Way 2 is 2 knees, right leg down and up, left leg down and up, both legs down and up and release. Okay, so we're going to do your preferred version, 4 times right, 4 times left, 4 times double. Ready? Okay, so come in either on the block or not, feet on the floor or knees up. Here we go on the right, 4 and 3. It's a heel tap. And 2 and 1. Bring it up. We're going heel tap. Other side. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a breath or draw your knees in here if you feel like it. And then we are going 4, up. This is doubles. 3, or you could go 2 right, 2 left if doubles don't work for you. 2, and last one. Bring it up, 2 feet to the mat. If you're on a block, lift off and just let your spine be in neutral. Inhale and exhale here. Whew. All right, we're going to save the obliques for later. Okay, that was quite a long time up in that core. Okay, so let's just go ahead and start to get those hips now. So we're already laying down. Let's treat ourselves to a Monday morning water wheel. Bring the right knee in, point up, flex down. Okay, these aren't fast, but they're smooth. And we're not trying to tax the core here. We're trying to open up the hip. And the next time the right knee is in, hug it in, flex your right foot and flex out, point up, knee in. And the next time your right knee is in, hug it in. Put your, let's hug it in for a moment. Put your right hand on your shin or your hamstring and let that right leg open out to the side and back. So it's going out to the right and back to center. And then come back to center, and we're going to, that left leg can stay bent or straighten any amount. Take the left hand up to the outside of the right leg, right arm out from the shoulder, and just draw that right knee just past the belly button. If your knee is bent, you can even rest your right foot on the left thigh. And then continue letting that right knee come over to the left and turn your gaze toward your right fingers. Good, and as you come back through center, let your legs cross tightly at the thighs, draw the legs in and move around. Really getting those hips ready today, right? Lots of hip opening in this sequence. And then release, unwind, bring both feet to the mat. Gently let the knees open and close. Hands down, and we move to water wheel on the left, okay? So just for yourself, try and ingrain this pattern so that when you're saying, boy, I could really use some hip opening, you will be able to just lay down on the mat and start to move, and the body will say, oh yeah, that's the water wheel. And then the other things that we do after that will start to follow. All right, the next time your left knee is in, hug it in, hold it in, and flex the left foot. Reverse your water wheel. So we're taking the hip in a big circle. Really helps to clear out any gunk that's in there. And the next time the left knee is in, hold it in, and holding left shin or hamstring, let the left leg come out to the left and back to center. And by the way, when you're doing this out to the side, there's the abductor muscles here that are getting a great workout, and they help you stay balanced. So that's a bonus of this particular move. Bring your knee back to center. Take your right hand outside your left leg, left arm out from your shoulder, and let that right leg either stay bent or straighten. Take the left knee just past the belly button. And then let yourself come more to the right with your gaze towards your left fingertips. Check to see that both shoulders are still on the mat here. Okay, we don't want to be like this. This is doing nothing, right? This just release all of that stretch. That's why we say both shoulders to the mat. Now, as you come back through center, cross your legs into an X. Hold on and move around. You might have your ankles or your shins. You might be holding on to the sides of your legs, or you might just be moving around. Just move those hips, let them move, let them move. And then unwind, put 2 feet back to the mat, and let those knees gently open and close. Abductors, also known as abductors, and then the inner thighs, adductors, adductors, add the thighs back together. Abs, bring them open, ads, bring them back. Abductor, adductor, abductor, adductor. Okay, that's kind of cool. Let's go ahead and come to hands and knees. So we have worked on a lot of stuff, but guess what? The arms need their moment too, so let's give it that to them. Okay, you can do this against the wall. You can put an extra padding under your knees. We're coming into a knee down plank. You can do this with your knees up, okay? And we're going to do push up, hips toward heels. So it's push up, down up, hips toward heels, okay? Strengthening the arms. We're trying to have the elbows head back instead of out to the side. Push up and back. Yes. Now, the next time you're in push-up, just hang out here. Whoa. Okay. And now, take it back and come into child's pose. Yeah. All right. So in child's pose, you want your forehead connected to something, whether it reaches the earth or you make a pillow with your hands, pillow with your fists, or slide your block if it's nearby underneath. Just be connected in your child's pose. And from here we're going to float up, very mindfully finding down dog. Let's see how the backs of the legs are feeling now. Inhale and exhale. And just start to take any journey that you want, bringing your feet towards your hands. And when you get there, bring your forearms to your thighs, bring your hands together at your heart. Ground those feet and then pressing up through all four corners of the feet. Draw the arms up, inhale, exhale back to mountain pose. And breathe. All right, inhaling and exhaling. All right, so let's take a moment to thank the body for what it's already done for us. And inhale into the spirit of gratitude and acceptance as we move into sun salutation, all right? So we're going to mindfully decide knees up or down plank, right? Not the ego, but the spirit is saying, okay, this is going to be better for my back or not, and that's how we're going to decide things in our sun salutation, okay? What's best for me right now? Does the ego say, oh, your hands have to touch the mat? No, the hands could be here, okay? So let's come to the top of the mat. Inhale and exhale. And we're going to mindfully flow through. So inhale, float the arms up. Feel all the pressing down and lengthening that we started out thinking about, right? And now as you exhale, here's where to release the idea of where your hands should go. Let them go where they belong as the backs of the legs, and also your, sense of balance direct you, okay? So the hands are somewhere on the legs. They could be touching the floor, but for most people probably not. Hands to the thighs, and we half lift. Sinking the knees down, take the hands down, and take the right leg back. Landing in this lunge, and then checking in with the hips. What do the hips want to have happen here? Inhale and exhale. All right, so it'll be kind of fun here. You're going to bring your knee down, so either if you have the padding available or flip up the side of your mat, bring the right knee down. Leave your right hand down, left knee over the ankle, and just draw your left arm open to the left. And bring it down, and then find a plank that suits you. So you could be doing plank at the wall. You could be doing forearm plank. We were working on that last week if you want to give your wrists a little break here, okay? You could have your knees up or knees down. You could be in our straight arm plank. Knees up or knees down. And then, once again, use those arms mindfully, chaturanga. Now, if you're in plank, that's not going to happen. You're going to just come down. I mean, if you're in forearm plank is what I meant. Okay? And so now we're here, and we're going to just not use the hands, shoulders toward the ears, come into a nice little baby cobra. Inhale and exhale, and release. And then find your way to down dog. Okay? So people who are doing dog at the wall or at a chair, you find your way to your wall or your chair. Inhale and exhale. Okay, so we're in a nice down dog here. And we're going to take the right leg up to hip height. Take a big step forward, whatever big means to you right now with the right foot. Bring the left knee down. Remember, pat it if you want. And come into your low crescent lunge position here. Leave your left hand down and open to the right. And release. Good. Let's tuck those toes. Nice. Hands down, tuck the toes. Lift your back knee and take a big step forward. Yep, good. And when you get to the top of your mat, half lift, forward fold, and float the arms out and up, palms touch. And hands come heart center. And release. Okay, so let's try that pretty much the same way from the top of the mat, starting on the left this time. Ready? Okay, feet are hip width distance. Feel that energy. Feel your feet grounded. Feel yourself lengthen as the arms come up. Lengthen as the arms come down into your forward fold. Hands go where they're supposed to go right now in your practice. Hands to the thighs, half lift. Sinking the hips down. Take that left leg back. Yes, good. And see how this lunge is feeling and see what kinds of movements make it feel terrific for you. We'll be bringing the left knee down and keeping the left hand down, open up to the right. Bring the right hand down and find your way to a plank. You don't have to do the same plank you did last time, right? You might be doing forearm plank. You might be doing arms straight, knees up or down. You might just be taking a moment to breathe. Okay, and let's go ahead and chaturanga down. We want the elbows to go back. If you're in forearm plank, just don't collapse. Just let yourself come down. All right, so now we're going to make a pillow with the hands. One palm on top of the other. Rest your forehead and pointing your toes behind you, just lift. Don't use the arms to push the head up. Just let the hands follow the head as you lift. Oh, and release. Now, put the other hand on top, forehead on the hands, and once again lift. And make sure the spine is doing the work here, not the hands, and release. And then find your way to downward facing dog. Okay, remember your dog can always be a table. Your dog could be a Sukhasana, easy seat, if that's the point you are right now in your practice today. Okay? Take your left leg up. Take a big step forward, whatever big is for you right now. Bring your back knee down and arrange yourself in the low crescent lunge position. Right hand stays down and left arm opens to the left. Good. Bring your left hand down. Tuck your toes, lift your back knee, and take a nice big step forward. When your feet come together, you half lift. Forward fold, wherever your fold belongs. Feet grounded, spine lengthens, draw the arms up, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Inhale, palms out, lengthen as you exhale the arms down. And release. All right, shake things out, and let's breathe here for a moment. Inhale and exhale. So we're going to remember in the water wheel, our leg was moving like this, we were laying down. We're going to be doing that for our balance. We'll be bicycling the legs here, okay? So we're gonna work toward balance here, and feel free to be near a chair or the wall for extra steadiness. That's always fine. Okay, if you're working on a chair or a wall, this isn't it. Okay, we're doing light touch. Okay, so let's take the feet hip width distance, super grounded here. This comes in really handy. Okay, and we're going to talk about those outer, the abductors. So stand here for just a moment and take your left leg out to the side. That was the abductor that did that. Okay, now bring it back. That's the adductor. Take your right leg out to the side, abductor, in, adductor. And the way I remember this is that the adductors add your legs together, okay? It took me years to learn that trick, and I didn't invent it. Somebody said it to me, and I was like, oh, finally, I have a way to remember, right? Okay, so now we're back and standing here. Inhale and exhale. Okay, we've got the feet grounded. We're going to use a steady gaze, right? So just find something where your eyes will be able to rest. Put your hands to your hips let's start with hands to hips here. Take a nice inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. And now take your right foot to the ball of the foot, so you've lifted your heel. What did your abductor do then on the left? Firm up that left leg. It's nice and straight. Now start to float the right foot off the mat. And just see how this feels this morning. Before we do anything else, bring the right foot down and let's see what happens on the left. Left heel lifts. Make sure that right leg is nice and strong here. Left foot floats up. And maybe one side is more cooperative than the other, okay? All right, so you can put your hands, shake them out for a moment. Now we're going to start to move. And remember, light touch on something is perfect. So let's go ahead and lift the right heel. Add vigor to that left leg. Make sure it's supporting us. And start to take the foot up, out, back. So we're making not as big, they probably won't go as big as we do when we're laying down, but we're making circles. So let's call this standing water wheel balance. Oh, yay. And let's bring the right foot down. And let's go to the left now. Left heel up. Right leg is engaged. Up, out, and around. All right, and notice if both sides are equally cooperative or if one's a little fussier than the other, just work with that energy this morning. Okay, inhale and exhale. All right, we're going to go back to the right now and take it up, out, and around, second time. And bring the right foot down and play with it on the left. Right leg is strong, supporting. That right knee might have a slight bend to it if that helps you. And take it down. All right, so when we do that water wheel series, we go in a circle and we also take the hip out. So let's do that, okay? So we're going to square the feet, raise the right heel, and raise the knee slightly, take it out to the side and back, out and back. All these movements are things that we do, right? Well, we don't usually stand around, take our leg in a circle or out and back. But we do move a lot, and we need to keep coming back to our balance and release. Okay, we're going left heel, right leg strong, out and back. So every time we throw our body off balance and come back, just like walking, walking is a constant rebalancing exercise. We throw our body off balance and come back. We're training it. And come back. All right, let's shake it out. Okay, I'm going to give you a minute here. If you want to work on one side for the whole minute, you can do, your circles and your side to side. If you want to work on each side for 30 seconds, I'll tell you when that 30 seconds is up. Okay, so let's go ahead and go. All right, let's take it down for a moment and either continue on the same side or switch sides. Good, and it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, bring it in. Okay, and let's just find our grounded mountain pose and see how everything is landing now. All right, so we're going to do some standing obliques here, okay? Take your legs wide, toes out, and let's just get the knees down and up, down and up, okay? All right, we're gonna take the hands to the shoulders here, bend the knees, and take your right elbow toward the right, and up, left elbow left, and up. Let's do that again, right, and up, and left, and up. Okay, straighten your legs. We're taking it down. We're adding on. Take it to the right and up. We're going back to the right this time. Extend the arms and in. Take it to the left and up and extend the arms and in. Straighten up. Okay, so we're going to go down and to the right with bent elbows. Straighten the legs, come up. Down with straight arms to the right and up. So we're bending the knees each time we come down. Down and up, straight arms left and up, elbows left and up, straight arms right, left and up. All right, I was just about to ask if that was making sense and then I screwed it up. Here we go. Take it, knees right and up, long arms, and up, take it left, and up, long arms, and up. We're ready for our big finish here. Take it right, Stay here. Extend the arms, bring them in. Extend the arms, bring them in. And it's 3. And in and 4. And in and up, legs straighten, take it left. Stay here. Extend and in and 2. And in 3 and 4. And bring it up, straighten the arms, inhale, and step together, shake things out. All right, everybody good? Are we good to go? Okay, so let's do a little bit of wide-legged forward folding here, okay? We're gonna take the legs wide, turn all 10 toes forward, put your index fingers right in your hip creases here, and then with a long spine, just start to fold, keeping the hips over the ankles, and just see where that takes you. You might already stop before you're even halfway down, that's fine. You might go halfway and decide that's it. You might start to let your legs roll, your hands roll down your legs and go to wherever that takes you. Wherever you are, breathe. Bring your hands back to your hips if they're not there already, and then take yourself halfway up. Take your arms out to the side, long from the shoulders here. Now bring your arms by your ears. Feel all 4 corners of your feet grounded and lift up. Grounding through the feet. Inhale, exhale, the arms down. Okay, so the legs are still wide, and we're going to do that again. Hands into the hip creases here. Take it down. Hips over heels, you decide. How far down do you want to go? And when you get to wherever it is you want to go, then just go ahead and release into it. Call it a little ragdolling around here. Move around. Let everything move freely. If you're enjoying just a static stretch with your hamstrings, then that's you, that's fine too. And then bring everything back to center. Hands are at the hips, and we come up halfway, or less, we might be less than halfway, that would be fine. Arms out, arms by the ears, pressing through the feet, lift up, inhale, exhale, step the feet together as the arms come down. All right, so go ahead and move around, just wiggle and release anything that might still feel a little tight. Look around your room, see if you want an eye pillow, or if you want to, have something to cover up. I have a little bowl of lavender off to the side, lavender from my plant, so it's like dried. So I like to rub my hands in it. Okay. And let's go ahead and come to the top of the mat. When you feel ready and you've got anything you want nearby, come to the top of the mat, find your mountain pose. Take a moment to appreciate everything your body has done for you this morning. And then inhale, float your arms up. Exhale, swan dive over those hip creases, wherever you're going in your swan dive right now. Hands to the thighs, shine your heart forward for a half lift. Setting the hips down, hands down, and find your way to down dog. Of course, if you've had it with dog or just don't feel like it, come into table or whatever else you want to do. We'll be meeting in seated mountain pose soon, so we're going to let the hips move side to side, and if you're in dog, the knees will move also. If you're in table, might be just the hips. And now we're all going to come back to center, and if your knees are up, bring them down. Sit off to the side and find seated mountain pose. Inhaling and exhaling. All right. So hand position we come to often is called the Dhyana Mudra. It helps with focus and concentration. We're going to do that now. It's good at the start of the week, right? So let's go ahead and turn the left palm up, set the right palm on top, and bring your thumbs to touch. The arms are at rest. The rest of the body is engaged here. So the spine is long, the feet are flexed. And just close your eyes for a moment, if that works for you. And breathe. And bring yourself back to why you engaged in your practice this morning, taking the time to do that. Gratitude to the body for participating and to the spirit. And anytime you feel your mind start to wander, and when your hands are like this, you can press your thumbs together, and it's a signal to your mind to return. And let's loosen up here and shake everything out. We'll do a couple of soft forward folds. So the arms are up and we just melt any amount. Roll the hands up the legs as the arms come back up and we melt. And roll back up. Okay, let's go ahead and bend the knees here and roll the body down to the earth. And just get comfortable on the earth here. Inhale and exhale. And even let the knees open and close a few times. Start to get settled back down. All right, so with both feet to the mat, we're going to extend the arms and legs long. Inhale. And as you exhale, draw just the right knee in. If that left knee wants to bend, let it. Just holding on to the right shin or hamstring. And release, lengthen, arms up, arms long, legs long. Exhale, just the left knee in. Hold here. And extend 2 arms, 2 legs, and exhale, draw both knees in. And from here, take it into happy baby. Remember, in happy baby, you might be holding on to your hamstrings rather than your feet, whatever's accessible to you. And if you want to rock in your happy baby, go ahead and rock. The feet are kind of hip width, maybe slightly wider distance apart. And the reason that's important is because as we return back to center here, we're going to point and flex the feet. And then circle one direction and the other. Good, and bring the feet down. All right, let's go ahead and take the arms out to the side here. Bring the legs close together, okay? Super gentle windshield wipers. The knees, both knees just sway to the right and your gaze goes toward your left fingers, and then both knees sway left, gaze right, and you go center and center. And then come back to center. With your arms still long, extend the fingers, wiggle them back into a gentle fist, and do that a few times. And then rotate the wrists one direction and the other. Yeah. And bring your hands down by your side and let your head just move right to left. Coming back to center, realign, do any final movements that you are being called to do as you find your way into a super comfortable spot for our most important pose of the practice, final relaxation. Okay, so knees could be bent, legs could be straight. What's more restful for you? Legs could be on a chair, right? And once you're settled in, inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Allow your body to melt onto the earth as you move into final relaxation. Slowly begin to bring your awareness back to your space. Invite a deeper breath. Gently bring movement back to your body. And on your next inhale, stretch. Exhale, draw the knees in. Find your way over to a side. And up to a nice easy seat. As you turn your gaze to your own good heart and your bright spirit, thank and honor yourself for your practice, and we thank and honor each other for sharing this time.